Sister Barbara Ann, what attracted you to serve the Native Americans?
I'd have to say it was God's hands because it was never anything that I had planned in my future. When Sister Kristen Crawford was going to go out to work in the lab at Fort Belknap Indian Reservation in Montana, she asked if I would help drive out with her and then help her move in. And when I did that, I was there some extra days, and as I looked around and saw the circumstances, I said to myself, I think I could do this. I am called a Parish Life Coordinator here at Our Lady of the Sioux, which basically means I run the church here. I do everything from cleaning to leading funerals and wakes, visiting the sick, helping teach catechism, plan vacation Bible school, attend to those who come asking for food bags or gas money, anything that they might need. This is Our Lady of the Sioux Church on the inside. As you can tell, it's decorated for Easter. On the back wall is a star quilt. It is one of the main art figures that you'll find throughout many of the native tribes in the United States. On the altar are the words Wakan, 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 which is Lakota for holy, holy, holy. It is beadwork, and it is a very special design. It's on buckskin, and you can tell the detail of the work. The tabernacle veil also is made of buckskin with beadwork on it also. In our church, it's very symbolic of the native people here. It's in the round, a circle. Life has beginning to the end, and we complete that circle. And when we make our mistakes and fall out of the circle and get caught in addictions, we break that circle. And the goal is to get back into the circle to complete our journey. These windows look east. It is very important to the native people because it's the beginning of the rising sun of each day. And we travel around our entrance. And we come over here to the other side with windows, which happens to face the west, and more especially, it faces the cemetery where their ancestors are buried, which is also a very important part of their culture and reverence for those that have gone before them. The circle is important to the Native Americans. It is in that circle of life that they make their journey. Sometimes their choices or decisions have them breaking that circle and stepping outside, and they have to wait till they're back on track, get that right balance, and come back into the circle to complete their journey. I'm going to invite you to follow in the circle with me here in our community called Oglala on the Pine Ridge Reservation. We look to the east. We greet the day and all that it will hold. Whether the storm clouds of snow or rain, heat or sunshine, it's there for us to hold. As you notice, there's not very many buildings. The white buildings that you see are the ones that belong to Our Lady of the Sioux. The red roof one is the church, which you saw inside already. The small one is Brother Denny. It's named after a Jesuit brother that worked here many years. The building is used for meetings, breakfast after Sunday celebration of Mass, meetings, celebrations of birthdays, anniversaries, all kinds of things. Service groups come and stay there and sleep on the floor. There are 2 showers and bathrooms there, which comes in handy. The bigger building behind it is called Brother Rene, named after a nearest brother who worked here for many years. That building is used for larger gatherings. The wakes and funerals are held there, and they are filled with many people. It can hold over 100 easily. Also, large memorials, which are celebrations that they have 1 year after a person has died. They'll have birthday celebrations and anniversaries and meetings, tribal meetings, many different things. We look to the south. Warm winds help the growth come, and also the warmth of summer. The high sun of the day we look to and know the south. The reservoir is a lot of water for our area that's very dry, but at the same time, they cannot eat the fish nor swim in the water. The housing there is called government housing. 12 years ago, after the tornado took out all their housing and the churches, buildings here, those houses went up. They're much nicer than some of the other houses here that you'll see in a few minutes. You also see the cemetery for Here Our Lady of the Sioux. You see simple crosses, mounds of recent graves, and many unmarked graves, many because the markers were destroyed during the tornado and people have no idea who or where they're buried. Some of the monuments are also made of concrete or granite or marble, but that's more a rarity. You see our little blue building, which is our gas station and grocery store here in Oglala. And we look to the west. We're invited to see the beauty of the day's end, inviting us to a slower pace and a pause to remember our day. You can see 3 streets over there of trailers. Many of them do not have water, sometimes no electricity, and their heat sometimes is wood stove. That's true for many of the houses here too. In the distance you can see the Black Hills, which is the sacred land for the Lakota people, and which the government also took once they found gold. And we're looking towards the north. The building there is really 2 houses, and I live in one of them. They're much nicer than many of the houses the people live here, and that's a difficulty for me many times. As we look to the north, grandfather snows and cold come from the north. Darkness calls us for the ending of our day. May the circle in your own life lead you on the right path and the right journey. I'm glad to have met you and talked with you. I'm Sister Barbara Ann. Take care.